Ah, I'm home.
Once again, we embark on a symphonic journey.
Come with me, I'll show you around.
Through the epic worlds of gaming.
It's a beautiful experience to perform it live in front of gamers.
Jeg synes, det er en fantastisk oplevelse.
It's the first orchestra I've been to. Your whole body's kind of like vibrates. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
You feel this electricity in the room. The orchestra feeling positively sexy. Yeah, I'm a rock star.
This is a concert shaped by the audience.
They chose it. They were asked, what game music would you like to hear?
As more than 2,700 wishes were sent.
Jeg har jo sendt 30 ønsker eller sådan noget.
In this film, you look behind the scenes when 150 performers on stage and an entire concert hall travel to mythic realms.
You're definitely not in a concert hall anymore. We're all on a quest together.
Der er 230 mikrofoner på scenen.
Traveling through different worlds together.
Flot, 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 flot.
The audience, the musicians, the choir members, we're creating this together.
It's very epic, you know?
Oh, look at this laser.
Oh, hand gone.
For me, it was very touching. Jeg vil da også godt indrømme, at jeg lige har siddet og trillet en tårer eller to.
Hello, my name's David Bateson.
We need to do that again because I started yawning. I'm still jet lagged. It's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, no worries.
But please, let's do that again.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome behind the concert.
You are so boring, David.
A major wish from the audience was to hear music from Hitman. Little did they know, they'd get a live video game character on stage.
My name's David Bateson. I'm an English-speaking actor living in Copenhagen, Denmark.
That kind of power always comes with a price.
I've played the role of Agent 47 since the very beginning.
Agent 47, det er jo en superspion, som ligesom bliver sendt på de her missioner til at kunne plukke mennesker på de sjoveste metoder.
Always knew I didn't belong in this world. I wasn't made for this.
Jeg synes, det er virkelig fedt, at Agent 47, han er nede blandt musikerne.
I love seeing the audience's complete silence. It's the most atmosphere-filled start to a concert I've experienced.
I'll choose the truth I like.
Jeg blev helt sådan forbavset, da jeg så det, og var sådan lidt, oh my lord. Han ser helt vildt uhyggelig ud, når han står dernede, ikke, og bliver lyst sådan nedefra. Det er helt vildt at få lov til at høre hans stemme også i virkeligheden, når man har siddet og hørt det i computerspil, når han skal til at slå folk ihjel eller planlægge mord.
Jeg spillede rigtig mange timer af Hitman, så det er super fedt.
BAFTA recently did a global survey where Agent 47 was voted the third most iconic video game character of all time, only beaten by Lara Croft and Super Mario.
One of the most famous lines Agent 47 has is, "I need to use the bathroom." Don't ask me why.
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
I need to use the bathroom.
Why, certainly, sir.
I recorded it in 1999, and Jesper goes back even further because you were one of the originals.
My name is Jesper Kyd. I'm a Danish composer living in Los Angeles.
Since his breakthrough with Hitman, Jesper Kyd has become one of the most esteemed composers within gaming music, and he's composed for several blockbuster games.
I think it is a very exciting new music style that's emerged. There's constantly new music happening in this genre.
Det er ligesom om, at spilmusik er ligesom min generations klassiske musik langt hen ad vejen.
The music is very relevant to the audience because they sit with that music at home and they have perhaps bought a new game and there is that music. They can take ownership of that versus music that's been written hundreds of years ago. I mean, back then that music was brand new and we've got some absolutely amazing classical music, of course, but what's brand new here tonight is the games.
So in 300 years' time, you'll be the Beethoven.
I don't know about that.
This is the backstage area. It's here where all the nerves are. This is where you actually feel very alive. Whatever you've happened in your day, when you get to this point, just here, it's when you get into character. Okay, I'm alive because I'm feeling everything, because you know what's about to happen.
Joining us on stage is another icon from the world of gaming, Eivør.
Hello, I am Eivør, and I have the privilege to sing at this show tonight with the Symphony Orchestra and the wonderful choir. And yeah, we're here backstage, getting ready. The game that I sing in is a game called God of War.
Oh, look at that, goddess of war, look at that. Absolutely deadly.
There's just something really quite magical about performing music from video games in front of people who are gamers and know this music very well.
Jamen, så er det jo Eivør, der synger til God of War.
Din stemme er jo fantastisk. God of War har jeg jo selv spillet, og jeg er stor fan af, og blev også en lille smule rørt af at høre det. Det var rigtig fedt.
Many of them are maybe people who don't typically would go to a classical concert, maybe.
It's just amazing to see all these gamers in symphony halls.
The vibe in the audience is absolutely wonderful because it's kind of the dream audience.
It's a different atmosphere than if you have other types of concerts that usually are in symphony halls, which I love too, and I go see as well. This is just a different audience.
Jeg synes, det er en fantastisk oplevelse. Ja, de der følelser, de kommer bare frem i en med det samme.
Your whole body's kind of like vibrates. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's really something else. It's amazing. It's the first orchestra I've been to, so I was really enjoying it.
Det har været alt, hvad jeg har håbet på. Jeg har ventet lige siden min fødselsdag i februar på at komme herind.
There's like an electricity when you're in these halls and people know the music and they've been playing that game, you know, after hundreds of hours. They know it in a very intimate way.
When you see a film, but that film is 1.5 hours. But in the gaming world, they spend forever playing and going back to that room, and they're doing it in their own space. It's an incredible, intense private experience and is so many hours of their lives.
Jamen, der er jo helt sikkert noget med adrenalinen omkring det. Det her med, at nu skal man jo være klar til kamp, eller hvad det nu er, der bliver formidlet i spillet, når at det musik, der starter. Og så også bare hele det episke omkring det. Altså, man får lov til at føle sig som en helt på en helt almindelig fredag aften.
Jeg får flashbacks.
Jeg kan se selve kampen, der sker i hovedet for mig.
Det er en mega fed følelse at få de billeder tilbage i hovedet, fra når man gik igennem de her erfaringer.
The reaction from the audience. I mean, we just couldn't get off stage last night. I mean, the orchestra feeling positively sexy. Seriously, I love seeing the orchestra. Just because they kind of go and they come off just, yeah, I'm a rock star. You know, there's a different vibe.
Det er sådan en vild følelsesmæssig oplevelse, ligesom at mærke musikken omkring en.
The Dragonborn, of course. For me, it was very touching because this music helped me grow up. It was very touching to actually hear it live. I mean, back then we were children, and usually our family or our parents thought it's a bit dumb that we spend all this time on video games. But actually, these things really were part of us and formed us be who we are now. So hearing a whole orchestra and all these great musicians perform these songs that were part of games, I think it's quite amazing.
For this concert, the traditional orchestra is joined by guitars, keyboards, and drums, and 50 singers in the choir. And at the center of it all stands Maestro James Sherlock.
Having the overview of the whole piece and the whole concert is the job of the conductor, really. We have these huge manuscripts and every instrument has its own line. See how tiny each of these lines are. I'd like to think of these scores as being a very detailed map, and you have to learn how to read a map. The great thing about game music is that you know instantaneously from when it begins what kind of mood you're in, what kind of world you're in.
Honestly, I spent a lot of my teenage years playing computer games, and I've seen a lot of playthroughs as well on YouTube. I enjoy that a lot. So I'm so excited about this. This is a dream come true. I've been spending so many hours watching playthroughs, getting into the characters, understanding the quests and the meaning of the songs. This kind of music really transports you into another dimension. I don't even feel nervous or anything because the music is carrying me through it, the grand emotions that's in the music.
This is really a lot of fun. I come from the classical world and great symphonies of our great composers, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, Schubert, Dvorak. That has been the main part of my diet. But this is just a lot of fun. We do 4 shows with incredible lighting, sound effects, soloists, and the audiences go completely wild. It's important for us, particularly in the classical world, sometimes to let our hair down.
This is such an incredible choir. There's an instrumental that they play right before the last song where the orchestra plays and the choir sings, and that one seriously makes me weep every night. It's just such a powerful piece of music. It's really sad and beautiful at the same time, which is my cup of tea.
I grew up singing in choirs and I love the sound of choirs. I also love having the sound of a choir in my hands because it's the music that I grew up with. It's sort of almost from in the womb. My parents met in a choir as well. So very, very visceral experience.
It sounds like just one huge voice. I think they bring a lot of that organic feeling. Human voices always add that human touch. It's perfect for this music.
I want to show you this. It sounds like whale sounds in outer space. For me, these big concept concerts is always a wonderful challenge because as a percussionist, we can feature some of the weird instruments and can stick out of the usual classical repertoire. And this is very inspiring for me. As David says to me, Jakob, that's not a job, that's a playground.
That's not a job.
It is a job.
There are whales all over Øresund that go, huh? Huh? They just...
What about this one?
Oh. You have no idea how many people smile at that. Literally just break into a smile.
At the end of the concert, the audience is given a surprise.
This sounds from the 80s, weird.
After a long night of epic splendor, they're presented with a medley of some of the earliest video game music.
It makes me smile.
It's really fun to hear people react to this like very epic music, and then all of a sudden you hear the Super Mario. It's really fun to go through that time travel, and you can see people recognizing the tunes.
I'll show you my favorite window. I love looking at the audience's faces. There's such a wonderful, unexpected reaction from the encore. Which takes everyone by surprise and just fills them with this warmth of memories. And I love seeing that. They're sitting in their own little worlds with a personal memory and they're just grinning from ear to ear. And I'm going, yeah, this works.
Legends never